Hi, welcome to Keep Many Live. It's nice to be back. I have another band with me tonight that has the and symbol in their name. We'll meet them here in just a second. I want to thank. Gosh, who did I have on the last damn show? I draw a blank when I start the show. It's crazy. Anyway, they had an and in their name. That's terrible. Third and Delaware is with me tonight from Dallas. I can't believe I forgot. I forgot that. Welcome, guys. It's nice to have you on the show.
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
How's Dallas? I have never been to Dallas. I would like to come to Dallas sometime. It's very far. Artillery and Storm. That's what it was. I had to look it up. Isn't that terrible? That was my last guess. Anyway, I'm sorry. They're gonna shoot me for that one, but you know. What's Dallas like? Is it a big city like Houston? I have a buddy that lives down in Houston, and I've done the Google Earth thing and kind of looked around Houston on there, and it's massive. Is Dallas pretty similar to that?
I think it's bigger.
Is it really?
I feel like Houston's more spread out. I think Dallas has got more concentrated pockets of things, but Houston is just like everything is 40 minutes from everything.
I remember looking around like on Google Earth and seeing like you think you're in like the city, you think you're in like where the tall buildings are, and then you pan the thing around and there's like in the distance there's another group of buildings. Is it like that there too? I mean, well, you got Fort Worth too, but is that like the same? Is it the same? I don't know. I'm just confused on Earth.
Yeah, they call it the Metroplex. So you have Dallas, you have Fort Worth, and a whole bunch of like little mid cities in between north and south. Collectively, everyone calls it Dallas unless you live in Fort Worth. But I think if you're in one of those like tiny mid cities like Euless, or I don't know, Sean, do you say you're from Garland?
No.
Yeah, nobody's
Yeah.
Whatever.
But there's like so many different small towns everywhere, and yeah, you're right. Those little clusters of stuff. Some will be like just like little downtowns of those suburbs. So yeah, it's quite spread out, like Eric said.
We don't have any of that shit here. I live in West Virginia, and I don't know if you guys have ever been here. Well, I mean, we welcome you to our state, but like it's very. We don't have any like tall buildings. Like you would have to go to Charleston probably to see any. It'd probably be like the Embassy Suites or something. Like would be the tallest building. I mean, it's not. It's kind of
So like 4 stories.
well, no, it's a little bit more than that, but it's it's like 6 maybe 6 or 8.
Okay.
Maybe it's the Marriott. I don't know, but like I mean, but it's more spread out. Even though we have hills, hills and mountains, but it's still kind of spread out. But we don't have to. I guess in big cities they have to have the tall buildings because it's just to make more room for people. I don't know what I'm talking about, honestly.
We have no hills, we have no mountains, we have no scenery. So it's I'd
it's all
probably take
flat
the
there.
rolling hills, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty ugly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can, but the weather's nice, right? Usually,
Ooh.
12 days a year, maybe.
it's got to be better than here. It doesn't snow there, right? Or does it?
We've had weird storms over the last couple of years. So like
Last year it snowed,
we
yeah.
had the ice storm come through.
Yeah. That one was
Yeah, that's kind of worse. That's kind of worse than the snow, really. Ice storms.
Yeah, any of the snow or the ice that we get is in February. I think every other month is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it get definitely hot? Like do you guys get the humidity?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think Houston probably a bit more than us, but we still get pretty humid here.
Yeah, it gets downright hot. Like how they always have like the feels like temperature like when it's cold or they call it the wind chill, I guess. But in the summertime they call it like the feels like. So like it can be like 99 degrees here with 99% humidity, but it feels like 116. I mean, but it feels every bit of it. Like you just I hate it. I just want to move somewhere where everything's just like 70 all the time.
Ooh. Hawaii?
San Diego.
Yeah, like we're
Not it, bro. Dallas is really not that place, to be honest. You
Yeah,
can't
Dallas is not that.
get super hot or
Yeah.
super cold. And he won't let you know. Like it'll be a day apart. It's pretty crazy the weather here.
Let's see. We already have people in the chat. Oh, Sean's on here. Hello, Sean. I'm gonna mess up this name. It's Thea. Is it Tia? Do you guys know her?
Oh, that's Thea. That's a fan of ours. Yeah.
Yeah, Nicole Sombrano. I'm terrible pronouncing anything. So, and I've had bands from like other countries and stuff. Maybe that I don't know why. I haven't had one for a while, so maybe that's why. I don't know. Where did the name Third and Delaware come from? Is this a street corner? I was trying to think of this, and I'm like, I need to come up with something decent to try to. Am I close? Is it a street
Yeah.
corner?
It is that.
You got it. Yeah.
I could probably answer that. Whenever we were starting it, the hardest thing to do is always like pick a band name or pick a song name or pick a cover. Those are like the hardest things to do with people. Like they obviously are very creative and have their own opinions with it. So we just my wife, she watches Roseanne a lot. So anytime it cuts to a scene of their house, it shows the cross streets of Third and Delaware. And I was like, sick band name alert, and was like, all right, let's just go with that. And if we change it later, cool. But yeah, that's basically the origin.
I love the logo that you guys sent me to use for a picture. Did you guys design that yourselves, or did you have a designer?
It's this guy.
That's all gone.
It really, that logo has a fun story because whenever I joined, they still they were having this like full name logo. And so it had like Third and Delaware, and it looked real nice and fancy. It was really cool. But I was like, I want to put this in the kick, like in the front of the kick drum. So people can, relate, like they see it and like, oh, that's Third and Delaware, whatever. And I wanted to also put it like on, clothing, whatever. And I was like, well, I can put like the entire Third and Delaware and make it look readable. So one day I literally just like got on Photoshop. And I did those three, like the 3 lines and then the D. And I was like, well, let me just put them together and cut the D. And that's really how it came out of me. Just like, I want to have a logo that I can like put on a square or a circle without like, what does it say in there? Like you can see it from far away.
Yeah, even if the written Third and Delaware wasn't under there, and of you guys, you would know what it is.
Yeah, like it's all about the logo and having a symbol for people to be like, yeah. That's Third and Delaware. We don't need to read anything that says that's us.
Yeah. It'd be a really cool tattoo. Any of you guys get that tatted on you?
No, not yet. One of us might, I figure, eventually. One of the most interesting things I've heard about the logo is that someone told me that they can't tell if it's like a band logo or a designer clothing shop. And I was like, okay, that's a pretty cool compliment.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's because it looks sleek. It's not, it's simple. It's like recognizable. It has all of the features that a logo should. So we really like the new logo.
Well, one thing that they have around here, I don't know if this is everywhere, but around here especially, and I just can't stand it. It's making your band name look like vines of a tree, and just it's so messed up. It's so messed up you can't even tell what it says. So I have my buddy Tad. I get on Instagram. I'm like, I'll just send him a picture of it. I'm like, who is this?
We actually have a shirt with exactly that. So that's deathcore text, basically.
I don't understand why they. I can never read. I mean, some of them.
I can't read it either.
Yeah, it's what the kids like.
Yeah.
Our deathcore shirt's still legible though. It's not like
ours isn't that bad. You can still read it.
Yeah, there's some that's decent. It's not that bad at all. But I mean, there's some you can't read any of it. Like, even if somebody tells you, you're like, how do you see that?
Have you ever seen a? Oh yeah, there you go.
And it's literally just the 3 branches.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I can tell now. Yeah.
Sure.
You can deathcore the shit out of it.
You're turning it into a plug right
plug our merch.
Do it. Yeah, I never understood that, and it continues. Like I thought it was just one of those things, that just would go away. It's not going away. It's getting worse.
What's funny is that like now it's not even metal bands doing it. Now you see like pop punk bands.
Yeah.
Even like artists.
That's true. Very true. Everyone's doing it now.
But me and you, we're not doing it. We're the cool people. Red Rebel is in and puts skulls in the chat. Skulls, yeah, skulls.
We gotta have a skull somewhere. I mean,
Skulls.
This one has one.
So you just completed your video for Schemas.
We did, yes.
Was that the first video that you guys have ever done?
So 3 of us, we've done one other music video that Sean, Revan, and I were in. We had a different bassist and a different drummer at the time, but this is the first video with us 5. Yeah.
How did that go?
It went great. I think we really like the guy we worked with, Chris Ernesto of Rec Media, I believe. And yeah, he came down. He drove over here from Amarillo, which is about a 7-hour drive or so. So that was really nice of him to come work with us and to experience Dallas. So that was really cool. And yeah, the video went pretty smoothly. Everything stayed on time and everything went well, I think.
Now, did you sit with your instruments and just like airplay them? Like, I've never watched anybody make a video. I've seen like video of the video being made, but like they never show that stuff where the drummer's actually just sitting there and he's just going like this, but the drum set.
Oh, Gama was playing loud. We needed earplugs and everything.
Just ghost clips.
I really just
But like singing, do you just like mouth the words, or do you actually perform the song?
Yeah, so a lot of them will perform the song. It just depends on the band. I think the way that we see it, and the way that I believe probably more than half of all music like bands see it, most music videos will be lip synced. Most will be some may have live sound, but we didn't have live sound, so we just kind of acted like we plugged everything in and then just set the cabs on the ground and then just rock out.
So there was actually sound, like you could hear everything, then just like you were practicing.
For this one, no. It was just drum sound, and then we had the track blaring over a speaker the whole time. Yeah.
Was that I don't know. That'd be hard to get used to. But I mean, because you gotta look like you're into it.
Yeah, yeah. I think being a musician is kind of you're pretty much halfway an actor. Yeah. So especially if you do vocals, then I lip sync schemas. So and most people do.
Very energetically though, right?
Yes. Yeah. Very energetically. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what some people don't know about videos is it's if it's not like a live video of you performing live on a stage or something, it's more often than not you're just very energetic and acting like you're.
Yeah, a lot of it's acting, because I like to think if you're not performing it, you can focus more on what you're doing, what your body is doing, what your lips are doing, what your hands are doing if you're an instrumentalist. So I pretty much stand behind that. I mean, when I play live, I'm not as energetic as I used to be, just for energy consumption. But then for music videos, I don't have to focus about hitting the notes at all. The song's already recorded, so I don't have to worry about it. So because of that, I can worry about what I look like performing the song.
Yeah. Dude, I had the opposite effect when I do music videos, because I feel like when I'm actually performing and I can hear it live, I'm kind of in the groove, in the moment. When I'm on the camera and you're not really playing it, you're kind of like what am I supposed to do? Like, what does looking cool look like? You know?
Yeah.
It's a little like, for me, it's a little different because normally when we play live, like the song, I improvise more stuff and I play more stuff that's not on the studio version. And so over the time that we, since we recorded the song to when we record a video, we might have played this song a couple of times already. So now I have like different parts developed. And so when it comes down to the music video, every time that I see music videos where like the drummer is playing something different, it just takes me out, because I'm like, dude, like I can literally see it that you're not playing that, and I don't know why, it just takes me out. So I make the effort to like relearn the song the way we recorded it at first, so I can like look like that. And I saw like at first I remember when we started recording it, I was like, I didn't hit the cymbal, or I'm hitting the wrong cymbal, Eventually, as many takes as you start doing, you're like, all right, like I'm getting the right here and there. And now that I look back at the video, I'm like, he picked all the right scenes, because they all look like I'm doing what I'm doing. So it's all great.
Plus at a live show, you're feeding off the crowd response also,
Yeah.
They're singing with you, or they're jamming with you. I mean, that's really where a lot of energy would come from, you would think, for bands and stuff. I don't know. I just had to kick somebody out of the chat. I don't like doing this. But it says girls 18 site message. Well, it said something about.
Oh, it's a bot.
Yeah, it said something about some girls.
Hey, send me that link for later.
That could be one of our bands.
Third in Delaware, only.
I'll look into it for you.
Just trying to get rid of
Hey, I want to go ahead and take a listen to. I know you're going to make. We'll listen to Roads, but it's Roads in Antarctica. See, I said it perfectly right there.
Oh yeah.
Got it. Nailed it.
I want to go ahead and play this so people that might not know you will know what you sound like. Tell me a little bit about this song. Is it about a road in Antarctica, or
So this I do like 95% of all the melodies and lyrics of the songs. The song Roads in Antarctica was actually written completely instrumentally before I joined the band. I joined the band and then I had like a couple weeks to pretty much write all the melodies and lyrics to our 2018 EP Generations. And so Roads in Antarctica was a part of that. And so that song ended up being about suicide. So Roads in Antarctica pretty much the glacier. I thought about like glaciers, and I actually Wikipedia like the different parts of a glacier and worked those words into the song as well. So you pretty much like the glacier will represent death, and then you're pretty much walking on a road in Antarctica, but then you as you spend more time there, you get more colder, and then you start like you'll I guess fall down and become part of the glacier. So by the start of the song, you're kind of like cold, you're freezing, you don't know what to do, but then by the end you just kind of accept it and you become part of the ice. The ice becomes me is the final lyric of the song. So it represents death, and it represents kind of the feeling you get when you're just down, you just don't know what to do, and you kind of accept it. And then it's about that process. But it is my favorite song out of the 2018 EP Generations. So
yeah, it's probably one of my favorites off of there. Also, but that's I didn't know it was about all that. I try not to read into a lot of things, before I have the band on, because I want to know what it's really about, and that's good. I like that.
thank you. Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
Roads in Antarctica by Third and Delaware. Check this out. That's awesome. Red Rebel said this song always gives me goosebumps. That's damn good. You're doing all the vocals for that, like that, the everything.
So for that song, Sean actually does he'll pepper in a couple lines here and there, and then the final chorus is all him, and I sing a contra melody that's kind of lower in the mix for the final chorus. So but for the other choruses, it's mostly me for all screams and cleans, and then Sean will do a lot of the melody or a lot of the harmonies, and then sometimes he'll do part of the melody if I'm doing something else for like one part of the song, like the final chorus or like a bridge or something.
Is that the same kind of setup for when you guys play live?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. So I will do what sometimes if I'm tired or my voice sucks and I'm or I'll run out of breath or something, I'll be like, hey, sing like the last 2 words of this line to give me some space. And but yeah, most of it, most of how we record the songs is how we do it live.
How did you guys hold up during the pandemic shutdown when everything was closed?
So we actually got really lucky in March of 2020. The week that everything closed down, we were invited to play like a showcase in Austin for that like a local showcase for, I don't think it was for South by Southwest, but it was kind of part of it. If you have like a South by Southwest necklace or ticket or whatever, then you can get in the show. But the entire thing ended up being canceled. But most of Austin said, hey, screw it, we're gonna do the show anyway. We already bought all the booze, we already bought everything's already set up, and we might as well still have the show. And it just kind of turned into like a little local show for the people in Austin and anyone who's like stuck in Austin for the festival, but it got canceled, so they're just looking for something to do. So that was nice to be able to play the last like week before everything shut down. When everything shut down, and that was actually Eric's first live show in the band with us. During the pandemic, we pretty much stayed like everyone else. We didn't meet up too much during the first year or year and a half or so, and then we kind of got together here and there every once in a while to hang out once the restaurants and bars started opening again. And then but we stayed writing. Schemas was actually the song that we just released last week. That was mostly written before or like during the beginning of the pandemic. So we kind of just spent the entire pandemic refining all the songs that we've had written and then writing new songs. And now we just started playing live shows again in February this year. And now we're, after we we focused a little bit on the live shows just because we love doing it and we missed it so much. And now we're kind of not playing too many live shows. We'll play here and there, but then we're focusing more on the content now. We're focusing more on getting everything recorded and mastered and mixed and videos filmed, the visualizers, lyric videos, whatever we want to do. We're focusing more on that now. I think over the pandemic, all of us have become much better like musicians. We've become much better friends. We're very cohesive as a unit, as a band, as friends, just a group of 5 friends really. And then that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did you guys know each other previous of the band? Were you friends before this? Or
so I think Revan can probably answer this. To short answer, no, we did not.
Yeah. So first started, I guess, before we played any shows, there was like a few people that we mixed around with. Like we're still friends with everybody that's ever been a part of the band. Like they're all in other bands. One guy joined a country band, one's in like a death metal band and stuff. We're still pretty good friends with everybody that's been a part of it. But I guess with the first show, I guess you'd consider that as like the first lineup. Sean and I were a part of it then. And then met Sean through, I think, Craigslist.
Yeah.
Craigslist.
Craigslist.
And then
He's looking for a coffee table when he found Sean.
yeah, it was a misconnections. Like I saw you my business.
It worked out.
Yeah, it just turned out he plays guitar.
Yeah, I think it was in the men looking for men section.
Yeah, right. And then after that, we met Richie through our our former bass and drummer. Did you know his name? You more knew Ryan, right?
I knew Ryan Moore. Yeah. Yeah.
So our drummer, who's in the country band now, he knew Richie, our previous singer. He was going to nursing school, I think. So he went over to go do that, and it just first person we had out was Richie, and he like killed the audition. So we brought in Richie from that. So not misconnection space or Craigslist, but you know, not everything can be that. And then after that, I knew Eric from a previous band that me and him had been a part of prior to here. And then I think Gamma Craigslist.
I really just was looking for food because
Yeah.
I didn't have a house. So I like came like to the band room and I was like, hey, can y'all like let me have some Chick-fil-A or something? And they're like, we need a drummer. And I was like, I play drums. And here-
That's a way more interesting story.
How about you, Eric? How did you get in with these guys?
Yeah, so Revan and I played music together for like 2 years before he started Third in Delaware. So previous project, and I think that it was my best friend that found Revan on Craigslist. So it's kind of a whole.
I mean, I need to get back on Craigslist. I need to get back on Craigslist and just look for people for weird reasons, you know.
I didn't even know Craigslist was still like
Me
a
neither.
thing. Yeah.
There was I had a band on from well, they're not, none of them are from Tokyo, but they're based in Tokyo now. There's like LA and Jersey in there, and they met on, and a couple of them met on Craigslist, and that's the first I've heard that in a long time. And it's like, maybe I should get on there and look for some stuff.
dude, whenever I like tell people how I joined the band, they get surprised. Cause like I'm 20 and they're like, oh my God, Craigslist is still a thing. Like people still using that. And I'm like, yeah, I just put an ad looking for a band. And that's how they found me essentially.
Crazy. Did any of you have to like relocate to be able to, I guess, be together as a band?
Not
No,
really.
not at all. We're pretty much all around the Dallas area. Eric and I live a little bit farther from the rest of the guys, which is why we're the ones separated right now. But otherwise, no. I mean, everyone is within a 40-minute drive, and when you're in Dallas, that's like not a problem at all. When you're in Texas,
40
really, yeah, 40 minutes. Like I didn't even know that 40-minute drive is like a long drive from the rest of the country, but for Texans, we're like, oh, that's it. Okay. All right. Like it's kind of expected that you're going to drive 30 minutes wherever you go. So
it takes me about an hour and a half to get to Pittsburgh from here. That's with no traffic at all. But and there's not really that much traffic in Pittsburgh, but
For us, that's like 4 hours to Houston. That sounds great.
that's really not that bad. I mean, you wouldn't think. I don't know. I always like to ask kind of off the wall questions, and later on in the show, I'll ask you a very weird question that's actually from my roommate Mike. He's in there on the couch, probably watching. He usually puts those emoji eyes in the chat room. I haven't seen it yet, but he had me kind of start a segment, and it's been working really good. So, and I definitely have to ask you guys because we don't know the answer for Dallas area yet. But we call it the Wiener segment. Well, I call it the Wiener segment, and I told him if he wanted to change that, he needs to come on and do his own segment. You know. But so just kind of let that linger, and whatever you might think it might be about. I know you guys are Craigslist people, but you know, segment is what it's called. So.
Really, Craigslist the band.
There he is. Yeah, the eyeballs are in there. The emoji eyeballs are right there. Anyway, so he's watching. We'll do that here in a little while. But what do you guys do for work? Are you rock stars all the time? Just that's you just get up and you're like, let's write a song and we do that. Or do you actually work a 9 to 5 or a midnight to 8 a.m. shift somewhere? Anybody can go first.
Well, I do music like on the side, I guess. I mean, this is really it. But like I'm a session drummer for other bands and around the area. So I really like to play everything.
You're living the dream then. Hell yeah. That's
yeah, eventually, like that's actually not really how I found the band, but I was already doing session work. But I was like, man, I want to be in a band. Like I don't want to just be come in and learn the songs and then like you can go, you know. Like I wanted to be part of the writing process and like part of making a brand and everything. So that's really why I put the logo. I mean the Craigslist out there. But now I do that, and like a struggling musician, I also do DoorDash here and there, but
Nice.
rockstar moves here and there.
I'm a product manager for a software company.
What kind of products?
Just like digital, like coding, stuff like that, like software designer, basically.
Nice.
Yeah. Not as exciting, but
I'm an engineer sort of for like data centers. I mess with electrical stuff, mechanical stuff. Like my actual job title is in controls, but I'm kind of all over the place with what I do.
Yeah. Say the guy from Artillery and Storm, he makes lights. Well, he works for Shure, but like they do lights on for their performance and stuff. He actually makes the actual bulb and everything, like the filaments and all that stuff. Can you do stuff like that, like electrical work? Like that's crazy stuff.
I do mostly like design and review, and it's because it's for data centers. It's like on a much bigger scale.
I see.
So like the equipment that I'm dealing with is like the size of a room.
I know nothing about that stuff. That's why I'm just kind of like.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
like,
interesting, though. It's got to be interesting.
I mean, if you ever watch like the Silicon Valley,
Yeah. Yep.
it's that kind of stuff.
That's like big tech. Is that
Yeah.
what they call it? Like big? I don't know what they call it.
It's really the one that pays for everything in the band. We just are we doing a music video? All right, here we go. Like, let's...
But it's good to have somebody like that, though. I mean, I wish I had. I need a friend that knows about the inner workings of software and crap, because I know nothing. I have to watch YouTube videos.
Really runs the live, because we use Enya rig, so he's really the wizard with that. We just let him do his thing, and we're just like, yeah, just tell me where I can connect, and that's it. Like,
For sure. Yeah, I need to get on Craigslist actually and find somebody like that.
if you come out with something from these, is that Craigslist works.
One, it still exists, right? So it's still around.
MySpace still exists too.
That's right.
I mean,
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
damn.
Did I get that? That's
So
great.
I work non-emergency medical transportation for assisted living. I just graduated for like healthcare information management, so kind of like behind the scenes, just coding and stuff like that, kind of like what Revan does, but in the medical field. And so I'm looking to get a job in that field and also like able to do music, because a lot of coders can work from home, on the road, in a hotel room, whatever. So a lot of those and the jobs are very flexible. So it's good to have, like, I always want to be able to have this kind of like, I guess, backup. But yeah. So and then I also, before the pandemic, I used to play weddings and parties and stuff. I'm also an acoustic performer. So I would play all that Ed Sheeran crap and all those lovey-dovey songs, and
That's how you get the ladies. You don't
yeah,
have to get the Craigslist.
and
You don't have to get
weddings
the-
and weddings is how you get paid. As a musician, weddings are how you get paid too. They'll
That's
shell,
true,
yeah,
People
they
think-
shell out money to get married, so they just kind of throw it at you, and you're just like, okay. So yeah, that was I did that here and there before the pandemic. I haven't done a wedding since, but I'll still play nursing homes and assisted living every now and then. But yeah, and then also working in assisted living as well as non-emergency transport. It's it kind of gets me in and gets me to know a lot of people in that industry, so I can keep playing for them and entertaining them elderly folk. So,
Yeah, we're all gonna be there one day.
yep.
We can pee on our own, but can't pick your destiny. I don't know. What about you, Eric? What do you do?
I work in, I guess, the big tech world. So I do robotics and computer vision. So yeah.
Computer vision. Now,
Yep.
let's break this down for a minute. Is that like, I don't know what that would be. Would that be like the Zoom call? That's because I'm looking at a computer. And
It's basically like teaching computers to make sense of images they see. So we've got robots that can kind of roam around. So think about like a big store and being able to capture video and images and say like, oh, do I see all the products? Do I see people? Do I see safety concerns? Do I see, all sorts of things that you might want to check. And so, yeah, you're basically teaching machines to recognize certain things about their environment and then turn that into something that you could use.
Isn't that a little bit scary though? Because I mean,
It is a little bit.
What is that? Wasn't there the chess robot? Didn't he like bite the kid or something, or what? Something happened.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I think the player moved out
You
of
gotta draw the line
turn.
somewhere. You know what I mean? You gotta draw the line.
Yeah.
But you don't actually program you program the robots? Like I'm thinking like a Roomba. Like the
it's basically like a giant Roomba with cameras and sensors all over it.
crazy.
And so we use that to basically kind of do mappings of different store locations, physically placing products into the right locations.
Does it actually place it? Like you
not physically place it, but like think about if you were to say, oh, where do I find Cheerios? And I can say, oh, it's in aisle 3 on the 6th bin over, something like that. So yeah.
Gotta draw the line. That's too much information for a robot right there.
Yeah.
They go crazy and start buying.
You remember when Walmart used to be open 24 hours?
Yes.
I would go at night because that's the best time to go, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I mean that was the best time to go. Nobody would really be there. You could pretty much walk freely around and not have to say excuse me. But I always ran into like I was terrified of the automatic floor machine thing that ran on its own because that's a robot, I guess.
Yep.
In a form. That thing is scary as shit.
That's basically what I work on.
It chased me.
That guy's fault, bro. You can blame him.
But I think that thing was chasing me every time. It was like watching over my shoulder, and I had to. It never said excuse me ever.
Oh, you got a scapegoat right there.
CSS the start of Skynet. Is that the Skynet? Is that big thing that was in the sky that everybody thought was UFO for like a month? Did you guys see
That's
that?
from Terminator.
Skynet is?
Yeah.
That's Terminator. I wasn't.
Terminator's real. That's a robot, right? What was that? It was Elon Musk, his thing, that satellite thing that they put in orbit, and it was a stretch of like a bunch of lights. I saw it. It did look like a UFO. People are like calling the authorities, seeing it in the sky. Did you guys not see that?
The Starlink, yeah, he's got those little
Starlink,
satellites that,
Starlink, yeah, Starlink. That's what threw me off. Skynet and Starlink sounds exactly the same. It actually doesn't.
It really does. Maybe it is. I mean, they're doing the Neuralink as well. They all call
that thing
it.
was freaky though. Like if you look up like people that probably on YouTube, but people that had videos of that thing in the sky, the lights, it did look. I mean, if you didn't know what it was, I didn't know what it was. I didn't call the authorities. I got on Craigslist and I looked. No, I'm kidding.
It's funny. Like, if you're a cop and you get caught for that, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna shoot at it or what?
I didn't know what to do. I was like, "What are the cops gonna do? Probably nothing."
Oh my bad. Hold up.
They're gonna be like, "We don't see that. You need to come with us." And I'm like, "You're with them," and be one of those people. What's ardor about?
So ardor is another word for passion. Ardor is pretty much. I wrote it about a past relationship I had that I left. Actually, I don't leave a lot of the relationships that I get into, but ardor is about one of the few ones that I did, and it's kind of about leaving something that's bad for you. And passion's kind of like a play on like, oh, even though you're passionate about it, if it's bad, you need to like leave. Like I say the word ardor in the first verse, your lack of ardor is condescending. So if the partner isn't like, showing the passion that you want them to show, then if it gets bad enough, then you should leave that situation if it's not good for you. And so that's kind of what brought on the theme of ardor. The original title that was given to me was "These Words Are Weapons," and that's actually the end of the chorus, but we changed it to ardor because Revan over there likes one-word titles. So we're like, oh, you gotta find one word and then narrow it down, and then we'll call it that. We won't call it "These Words Are Weapons." And I was like, I don't know. Yeah,
was that a Sean title?
Yeah, I think these words are what. Yeah, that's a Sean title. Sean will come up with the working titles, and they're always like a sentence or 2 sentences long, and then we'll just kind of, and then Revan's mission is to just see how much he can cut it down to 1 word. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Doing the Lord's work, man.
My long title is just gonna stick.
Art is a great song. I like it too. I was just actually listening to it right before we joined the Zoom.
Oh yeah.
This is Arter by Third and Delaware. Who plays piano in that? or keys?
I think that was our sound engineer. Just kind of. Was it Russell?
Yeah, Russell did that one.
Yeah, Russell did that. That's so we work with Russell Holler out at now he's with Nomad Recording Studio out in I don't know what city he's in. He's out by Denton, I think. Argyle, Texas.
Argyle. I'm gonna look that up on Google Earth later.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think for Generations, for the whole EP, for backing tracks, we just kind of let him do whatever, and so he put his own spin on it, and then we just kind of went with it. So
yeah, it sounds great. It seems like it needs to be like on the radio. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like on a rock radio station. I'm sure there's a shit ton of them in Dallas. We have like one good one. You know, and there's one in Pittsburgh, but like that one needs. I think that one would be a great like single. I think AM FM radio. I think we also have only one rock station, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, we've lost a lot.
We've lost a lot. I know we lost one like during the pandemic. There were two big ones, and then one of them we lost like 3 or 4 years ago, and then now there's only one left.
Yeah, I think a lot of them are kind of going under.
Yeah,
like satellite radio. I have satellite radio in my truck, and I rarely listen to it. You know, I've always got something from my phone, you know, playing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it is cool to listen to because you know you hear new stuff, but shit, you can get a lot quicker on your phone. You know, stuff that's new. But and hear whatever the hell you want to at that time. You know.
Yeah.
My buddy Kevin Whitaker, he's been on the show before. He does this and says love the music.
Thanks, man.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, Octane on satellite radio. Yeah, that's a good one. And Lithium, and I don't know. I don't work for them, so I'm not gonna
Liquid Metal on Sirius is good.
Liquid's good. There was another one, wasn't there? It's I don't know. They had the Dave station for a while, Dave Matthews station. Then they had Chili Peppers for a while, and you know, yeah, that's cool. I mean, if you want to listen to something specific and you know it's on there, then yeah. And they say it's commercial free, but damn it, there's always somebody talking in the middle of it. You know, like there's commercials. They have to do. They make their money, you know. I don't do commercials on my show yet.
I mean, hey man, that show at the beginning, you can get it at what's the name of the company? I forgot the name of the shirt company. You can get some shirts from our website if you want.
Yeah. Shit, you get it on Craigslist, I'm sure. I'm not gonna let that go, just so you know.
I'm sure for Craigslist. This is really just an ad for Craigslist. We all work for Craigslist.
Craigslist can make a shit ton of money from this show. Craigslist. Let's see. Are you guys ready for the Wiener segment?
Sure, dude.
I don't have a jingle yet, but I can do this. Hang on a minute. Hang on. New mixer, so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. The Wiener segment. Okay, that's all I got right now. That came on the mixer. That's like the factory. I'll get something on there for another time. Wiener segment. Okay, now, what do you guys think it might be about?
Oh man, about
it better not be about hot dogs and tacos. I'll tell you that.
Oh my god,
that's a lot.
Dildos, your favorite dildos is what it's about.
Actually, when you think about it, it sounds real dirty.
Yeah,
it is about hot dogs. So, like Mike that I was telling you about, the emoji eyes guy, he loves hot dogs. Like more than a normal American should like hot dogs, or a normal person really. He travels miles for hot dogs, and then he'll just come home.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean everybody's got their thing, but his is hot dogs.
What's that hot dog restaurant? Do y'all have that up there? What is it? Wiener Schnitzel, I think.
Wiener Schnitzel, yeah.
Yeah.
No, do we have that, Mike? See, I can't. If he was sitting right here and doing his own segment, then
it's like a fast food hot dog place. I think we have one in the DFW area, I think. But yeah, I don't know. There's two. Okay,
it's probably gone. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
the
one.
Question's going to be
One Mesquite. There's one in Allen.
Individually, what do you like toppings wise on your hot dog if you eat them?
Hey, can you ask Mike? Is a taco a hot dog?
Ooh, that's a good.
No, please don't. No,
I thought it was is a hot dog a taco.
Yeah, is a hot dog a taco or a sandwich?
Well, See, he's on the latency, so he'll get that in a second.
He's-
He'll walk in. I did get him to walk in here on the show.
This is going to be another 2 hours on your podcast, bro.
Yeah.
So buckle up.
I'll move on. Trust me.
best.
All right, yeah.
Takes me a while to get up.
All right, so favorite toppings. Let's go.
Yeah, like favorite topics. Richie, you go first.
I actually just went. I went to Chicago this past September for Riot Fest, and I know like the Chicago dog is like a big thing.
Bunch of crap on it. That's what the guys from Artillery and Storm, they're from Chicago, and it's
Oh, really?
a bunch of garbage.
I think it was like, to me, it was like a Philly cheesesteak just on a hot dog. There was peppers
They
on
put
it.
tomato and
Oh, really?
right.
I don't
Like a
remember.
Chicago dog has got like tomato and all this other stuff on it.
It's salad on a wiener.
Portillo's, is that the famous one up in Chicago? It's called Portillo's. Is that right? Mike?
That's
it was-
that's something different, right?
the one that I had, it was just from the food truck at the it was like a Chicago food truck that specialized in like hot dogs and sausages and all that stuff. I don't know, whatever I had there was pretty good, and it reminded me of like a Philly cheesesteak on like a hot dog. So that's all I got. I mean, that was pretty good. So you had like Calabrian chilies and peppers and onions and cheese and stuff. So that was pretty good.
Mike says no to the taco question.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
You're correct.
And Red Rebel says getting down to the real questions. Yes, that's what this show's about. The real questions.
Yep.
He asks the real questions. That should be my motto. Mike says all of our hot dog shops are locally owned. Why don't you come in here and talk about that? I don't have a microphone set up, but you here. I mean, my goodness. Anyway, let's go to Revan. Let's kind of go out of order. Let's opposite way of a joint would be passed. You know what I mean?
I like everything on hot dog, honestly. I'm not super particular. Sauerkraut, you can add beans to it. Any of the things.
Yeah, that's another thing. Beans. That's a new one. That's a new one that we've gotten is beans.
Beans.
Like baked beans, right?
Yeah.
Like peeny weenies.
I've never seen that.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Yeah, he said not a taco.
You gotta try it. Oh, so all right. So go back to that. The question was, if let's just say you saw a menu, you had sandwiches and tacos, you had to put a hot dog in one. Which one would you put it in? Which section? Sandwiches?
I would create a new section called hot dogs because that's where it fucking belongs.
Yeah. I mean, why would there be an option for a wiener? You know what I mean? Why would there be an option?
Brother in Christ, it is hot dog.
It's a hot dog. It is a separate entity in itself.
Yeah.
It's its own thing.
It's its own thing.
Taco's a taco.
It's
Taco is a
The
taco.
taco's a taco.
Yep.
When have you ever called a burger a sandwich? I mean,
But I mean, you can put a hot dog in like a
burger.
piece of bread, like a regular piece of bread, too. You know.
It's still things between two pieces of bread.
That's
A
different
burger
than a
is still a
sandwich.
sandwich.
But so's a hot dog.
Whatever. Move on.
But that's only one piece. Yeah, I don't see that. We need Mike in here for this. We have no other option at this point. I don't know. We're gonna just have to wait until he catches up. I'm kidding. We're not gonna do that.
I mean, he just says beans because he tries to be inclusive.
Just beans only.
All right, you're up. What about your hot dog? Go.
Me, man, I honestly don't eat that many. Like I haven't eaten a hot dog in years.
But
Wow.
but when you did years ago,
So there's this Mexican version that like the sausage is like
Mexican version tacos.
same version of a hot dog.
yeah.
So tacos. Yeah. So tacos.
Gamma, you're digging a hole. You're digging a hole.
No.
Next person.
Yeah.
On to the next. Hey, you're done. You're done, Gama. You're done. We're on to the next person.
Okay, no. They have this Mexican version where like they fry the sausage with like they wrap it with like bacon, and it's really really good. But I'm honestly never been a fan of hot dogs, and like I just never been a fan.
I don't think anybody other than Mike is a fan of hot dogs. You know?
I'm sorry, Mike, but yeah, they're just not as good. Like, if you ask me where should we go eat, the last thing I'm ever gonna say, like, we should go get some hot dogs because it's just like there's so much.
You should do that though. Like next time you guys go eat together as a band, just bring it up. Just be like, hey, I think we should go eat hot dogs, and just everybody's gonna look at you like.
Yeah, they usually go to Applebee's.
Yeah,
I like Applebee's is a shit. I like Applebee's. I will support Applebee's any day.
You can definitely hang with me and Gamma then.
Applebee's is a shit. Mike says a hot dog is neither a sandwich or a taco. It's its own entity. Yeah, we already said that. You're late to the conversation, Mike. If you're in here.
Just knows what's up.
He knows what's up.
Mike
He's
knows.
very
Mike
smart.
knows.
He knows his wiener or something.
He's a very smart person.
Where we at in the rotation here?
Sean.
I think it's my turn.
Sean.
I like the classic chili dog.
Just chili only.
And
I mean, like chili, usually like some cheese, maybe onions would be all right. But
way to spread your wings there, Sean.
I mean, it's easy and it tastes good. So,
All right, Eric.
If I were to just, because I don't eat hot dogs really, but if I were to like think about like a commercially available, if it just dropped me in a spot that has a hot dog, I'd probably just get it dry, like
Plain.
bun, yeah. Because I don't like ketchup, and I don't like mustard, and I don't like onions.
Wait a minute.
Eric is also a serial.
no spit.
You like baked beans?
So no beans. I never
No
fucking
beans-
seen
no beans on the hot dog?
before.
No beans. Okay.
Well, we have a thing here. It's just you walk into a hot dog shop and you say, I'll have one with everything. You don't even have to say what you're ordering. I mean, there could be cheeseburgers on the menu, fries, all kinds of shit. I'll have one with everything. They know exactly what you're talking about, and they'll sack it up and give it to you. You know,
Wow.
but everything is not everything. You know, because there's more there usually. But everything
It would never be done.
Well, yeah. But everything is like raw diced onions, chili, which we call sauce, and mustard. That's everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's three things.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, that's everything.
Mustard and chili, it kind of goes together. It depends on what's with.
Just add everything.
Yeah, it's not. And I like ketchup on. I like to have some ketchup. So like, everybody always looks at me weird when I mean, like owners of hot dog places will look at me weird. And this weirdo wants ketchup on his everything hot dog. Well, yes, because that would be everything. You would think, but it's not. It's just if you ask for ketchup, some places will actually kick you out if you ask for ketchup. I'm not. I mean, Mike. I've never been kicked out. Mike has told me this. He's told me this that people will. Some owners will kick you out if you order ketchup. That's a bunch of crap. Hot dog is an American food, you know.
Yeah,
I
that's
think it
condiment
is.
discrimination.
Or German.
Would it be German?
Condiment.
That'd be the Wiener Schnitzel, though, right? That's completely
Yeah.
different. It's gotta be completely different. Looks like a taco, I think. Mike went silent. Oh wait, no, he didn't. He said yes. Chili is a must. What? He's so late to the conversation. We already know chili's a good sauce, though. Chili is what you eat like during the winter months with crackers. You know, with the beans in them. Yeah, you definitely put beans in the chili. Where you going, Gama? You can't get away from. Move. Yeah,
He's crawling away.
It's all good. I was just
him back.
pondering and thinking, and
Before we listen to Schemas, my other favorite question to ask is, have you guys done a like an extended tour, like a weekend where you're in the van together, everybody's riding together for like a few days or a week or more, and you're just stuck in the same area of each other for that amount of time? Have you've done this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What's the longest you've gone?
Like the longest day wise or the longest drive wise?
Yeah, like consecutively you've been together for shows.
I think we did. What was the first one, Revan? Like 8 days or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we would go we'd go across the southern states like Arkansas, Tennessee, and Oklahoma, and a couple in Texas, and then we're actually planning another one pretty soon here where we're gonna hit like states that we haven't hit before, like Louisiana, Mississippi,
West Virginia.
Virginia. Yeah, not sure if how north we're gonna go. Not sure how far. But
no, go ahead.
yeah, it was like 8. It's like 8 to 10 days, I think. It was the first one, and then we did one this year, and I think a shorter one. I think it was 4 days, 4 or 5 days, and Yeah, and that was with the 5 of us. The 8-day one was
In the
with
same van, right? Were you in the
yes,
same-
in the same van. Yeah. So the one that we did this year was one vehicle, one trailer, and we made everything work.
There had to have been an argument somewhere where somebody got sick of somebody else, and they just couldn't stand it, and there was a blow up. Maybe there wasn't, but there was at some point somebody got just tired of the other person, and now everything's fine. I like to bring that back up because that's something that your fans don't hear about. I don't hear about. Nobody hears about that. Has that ever happened?
I think the most heated moment.
If not, it's going to.
I think the most heated moment of the last weekend run that we had was Gamma not knowing the song "My Curse" by Killswitch Engage. He had no idea he had no idea about "My Curse" by Killswitch. I was like, "Yo, what? This is a legendary song." And Gamma's like, "Yo, what song is this?" Because it came up on the drive, and and all of us, the rest of us, thought he was just kidding, and he was just like, "Oh, what song is this?"
That was
and
the
then
most heated moment. Like there wasn't like a part where like you just wanted to go home and you're just tired of this.
It was either that or when Revan was too high to go through the drive.
There it is. That's the one right there.
but to be honest, we've never. I don't think we. I mean, I wasn't on the first 10 day whatever tour y'all did. I was on the last one, and that was like a weekend. So it was like 4 days at max, I think. So I don't think we've been that long. And like, I mean, we're all pretty. We have like big communication. So if somebody's doing that, I might not be into, like, we're cool to just like, hey man, something like that, instead of like bottle it in and eventually comes out while like My Curse is playing in the background.
Yeah.
I think the closest I got to that was we had this box of donuts for about 4 days that it was like right next to me, like in my elbow. And I think that there was I just got tired of that box of donuts. And so I was like, Sean's gonna be mad at me. I'm gonna throw away this last donut. It's been here for 4 days. So I threw it away. And then that night was a night that we went to Taco Bell where Revan was too high. We ordered like 40 tacos. So those donuts were replaced by like 40 tacos. Like right in my elbow.
Storage spot. You're back.
I don't remember there's like donuts next to you. You had to like take care of the box. Like you were like,
yeah.
It was
like a fragile box that we were like, don't squish the donuts.
Yeah, and we were protecting. We're like, why am I protecting these things? We're so.
Yeah, to be honest, like out of all the moments we had that could be frustrating, I guess, like they all come out funny. Like none of them come out like, oh man, like that was like, I let my emotions take over. Like it's honestly funny just remembering them. Like I remember we had this show that ended up getting rescheduled to another venue. And at the beginning, we were all kind of bummed out because there was really nobody at the venue because the venue wasn't really for heavy music. So we were like, this is really not made for this. Like, we should just go home. We were kind of like, man, a little bummed out by it. And by the end, it's probably the show I'll never forget. But not because like, that was the best show ever. It was just funny. Like, all the circumstances around that made it just funny. And I'm saying, like, all those memories where I'm like, man, that started a little frustrating. Ended up being like one of the funniest things ever.
What's the I don't like to do like. Has any place ever told you to turn it down?
I don't think so. I don't think we've ever had a turn it down kind of situation. Yeah.
There was a few bands I've talked to that just have played like. What's the most awkward place? Would that be the one?
That would be that show. We played we played a hole in the wall bookstore in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Wow. Was there people there like singing along to your stuff?
There were people there, not really any not really anyone who knew the songs or anything. It was just kind of most of the time when you're a smaller band, a lot of the times it's just the bands that whenever you book a show, you'll book like locals from Tulsa, and then it's them that bring the people, and then it's kind of like they get exposed to your music and you're touring and you're doing this weekend run or whatever. So it was really just the people that they brought, that the employees of the bookstore brought. I think the employees, they had a little group they had a good sized group with them. Some of the bands had a good sized group with them, so it ended up being fine. It was was a show. You know, it wasn't like we were playing to 2 people, but there were a good amount of, you know, it was a decent amount of people with groups here and there, but it was legitimately a bookstore. And the way that it looked, like, we roll up to Tulsa, and there's like a very older lady in the back of the bookstore sewing, like with the, you know, like with the machine and everything. And there's like 2 toddlers in the front, like looking at the books. And so I was like, are we playing a children's bookstore? And then, and turns out, I don't know whose children they were, but this bookstore ended up being like an edgy kind of bookstore where they have books that are banned from like colleges and high schools and schools and all that. So all of those, like, I guess
the children were looking at the books.
I don't know if the children were looking at the books. They might have just been there to look at I don't know, but we didn't really pay too much attention because we were just, you know, trying to figure out where to go, where to load in. You know, what
about like bands that you've opened for or have opened for you guys that just didn't fit with what your style, you know what I mean? Like the genre. Was there anything like that?
We opened for Traders.
That sounds like it's country.
No, Traders is like heavy, I guess, deathcore.
Well, I think that still fits. I think
it still fit.
Yeah, because like heavy music, like you can really mix everything in and still get away with it.
That's a good thing about our band. We can kind of we have heavier songs, we have softer songs. We can kind of you can pencil us in with, you know, a metalcore band or a deathcore band or, you know, anything. Yeah,
I think the weirdest, I guess, or out of place. We played a show recently, and the first opener of the entire show was this dude. It was literally just him, a guitar, and a trumpet player.
Oh yeah, that's
I mean, it was cool, but it was like the entirety of the rest of the show was all heavy bands. So it was like, what are you doing here?
It was.
Members drop out of that show.
Yeah, they were really good, but
they were good. Yeah, they were very good. Eric wanted to ask the trumpet player to, you know, like, hey, our third song is in the key of A. Come up and play some stuff. Yeah,
turn to skull real fast.
Schemas is your newest single, correct?
Yes.
Schemas is a great song. I love this song. The video I haven't watched all the way through yet, just because I wanted to be able to talk to you first and get a different angle before I did that. Tell us a little bit what Schemas is about. Is there going to be more after Schemas? You know, is this
absolutely yes? There will be more. Yeah. So right now we're pretty much gonna go the singles route for now, and then whether or not that becomes a bigger part of an EP or an album has yet to be kind of hashed out between us. But I know that we have multitudes of songs coming out in the like we have songs that are completely written and done. We have songs that are waiting to be filmed, like with the video or visualizer, lyric video, whatever we do. We have songs in the works. We have songs almost done. We have songs like we have concepts like a riff here and there that we're going to turn into songs. We have plenty of those. So yeah, Schemas is pretty much it's what's going to get the train rolling. We have a lot more coming, and we're very excited to share it. We're actually filming this week for another song that will be out early next year, probably January, February, and then so Schemas was pretty much one of those songs. So Revin knows a lot about like the counseling, psychology, sociology world. So him and I got together one day and just kind of threw out a bunch of terms that sounded cool in that world of psychology. Because in my lyrics, I stress mental health a lot, like the importance of making sure that you are okay. Making sure that it is okay to not be okay, making sure to get help if you need help, all this stuff like that. Like I recite the suicide lifeline at every show. But so schemas was one of the terms that came up, and I was like, oh, what does that mean? And so this is one of the few times where the song name was decided before the lyrics were written. So schemas is pretty much your perspective of things. So if I eat an apple and I enjoy the apple and I'm like, oh, I love apples. But if you eat an apple and it makes you sick and it gives you food poisoning or something, then your schema of an apple is bad because it made you sick or whatever. So my schema of an apple is good. Your schema of an apple is bad. So there are different perspectives that everyone has about the same thing. So schemas is pretty much, it's another relationship song, whereas another one of my relationships where it was pretty much a realization of me coming to terms with the different schemas of the relationship. So obviously there's two people in most relationships. So the partner will have a schema and I will have a schema. So what makes me think about the relationship, whether I think it was good or bad, or I regret it or I don't regret it, all of these things will, come through my mind. But then schemas, the song, is a realization of the other perspective. So even what could have been terrible for me could have been very good for the partner. So what could have made me very sad, very, very, very somber, very regretful, could make the partner very happy, or if it's something that they needed to do, or it's something that they weren't ready for, whatever it may be. And so schemas is just that's overall what I focused the theme around. So in the final chorus of schemas, it's me coming to full realization of like the multiple perspectives of the relationship, and that I need to realize that, and that it's not all about me being sad or me being regretful, that it's also about you, the partner, moving on, or the partner also being sad, or the partner being happy, or whatever it may be. And so it's just kind of like a showcase about those emotions and that realization.
This is one of my favorite things about doing this show is asking what the song really means, because I mean that's one of the best descriptions of a song.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I really want to know. Yeah. I mean, you write it generally. That way everybody can kind of relate to it.
Yes. So even though schemas is about my relationship, yes. Yeah. So that's something that I really focus a lot on in all of the songs that I write, is to make sure that, yes, it can be personal. And there are musicians, there are lyricists who write specifically, like, what's that band, Dragged Under? Like, hey, what's their one-hit wonder? Chelsea. Hey, Chelsea. Like it's all about Chelsea, or it's all about who, someone, or it's all about them, or it's all about you, or it's all about their mom, or something like that. But then
it's all about me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but there's an art to really flesh that story out, to where not only people understand your story, but they can relate to the story as well because of their own experiences. So you write in a certain way to make sure that you write. There's a certain way that you write in order to include that. And that's definitely something that I take a lot of consideration in when I write.
That's badass. And the song is badass.
Thank you. Yeah.
The video is badass. What I've seen of it. I'm sure it is.
We're very proud of schemas and the video and the song as a whole.
More coming. There's more coming for third.
There is, yes. There's
we'll wrap
guaranteed
up
more
the
coming.
show after we hear schemas, and I'll tell you a little bit about what's coming up on Thursday. I just booked the show for Thursday, but we'll talk a little bit about that when we get done with schemas. This is a badass song. Check it out. The video is up on YouTube, and you can hear Third and Delaware everywhere. Correct? All platforms.
Yes, all platforms. Yep, everywhere.
All cassette stores. All all that. Places at the mall have it. I don't know. Okay. All right. Here we go. Check it out.
Shatter the globe, will I be left standing? Wasted upon this life. watch it slip away. Can't help but think, if you stayed, would it even matter? Here I remain, to stay for something, to wait for nothing.
I changed my mind. That should be the single.
Yes, it should be.
And the other one. That one and the other one.
Yeah.
Just play them together on the radio. Just and everywhere else.
I actually think the next song we have coming out would be the most commercially successful. I think some of the band might disagree, but that's just kind of my take on it.
What's the next song going to be called? Let's ask Sean. He's got the sentences, right?
Yeah, he's got the sentences. What was the original? Do you remember the original name of the next song?
Be careful with that torch. You might get burned or something like that.
It was something like that.
It was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Some of the song titles I use, I literally like just pull up a random phrase generator and roll the dice, and that's just what the song title is until your real name.
So Revan got the best of that one. So we the new song is going to be cut down to another one-word song title. So Revan won the schemas round and the next songs round. Do y'all remember the original name for schemas? Did it have one, or was it always schemas? I believe it was always schemas.
Makes sense.
Sounds
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
From your description, that would be what you really can't go anywhere from there.
Yeah, because like normally it'll be like the working title, and then I write the lyrics, and then we find the new title. But with schemas, it was me and Revan talking about like cool terms, and then so the song name was decided first, and then I wrote about that. We actually have another song like that Eric and I talked about, where the concept came from Eric, and he told me a theme and a concept and an event of his life, and I wrote the entire song based off of that. So
I was looking at what was the one that I used for the story the other day? Yeah, here it is. Innocent by Association. That song.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that one.
I
I like all of them. I'm just saying that that one. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What did you? I wonder what you think. What do you think of Heart of Fire? Have you listened to that one?
Probably. I mean,
Probably.
I've listened to all of them.
Yeah.
Because
that one is kind of termed as a Southern metal song. So I wonder what your thoughts are on it.
Let me go back and listen to it. 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Why is that? Okay. Okay. Yeah, all the songs are great, and I look forward to hearing more of what you guys got. There's something in there that says Craigslist somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm gonna predict that now. Mark it down on something on the walls. Mark it on the walls. I don't know. Yeah, but everything is great. When can we expect something other than? I know Schemas just came out, so you don't really want to roll out something now because.
Yeah, so we're planning a behind the scenes of the music video because we had our good friend Trevor just kind of film around with another camera just to get a behind the scenes kind of thing. So we're working on that, and then probably January is the next single. Because we're gonna
for people that are around you guys down that way.
Shows nothing in the Dallas area that we know of so far. We may jump on one. We've been jumping on shows recently, just kind of last minute. But for sure, I know we sent a couple feelers out to for some shows next early to maybe Q2 next year. Bigger shows opening for bigger bands, and then we ourselves have another weekend run planned in Q1 of next year. So
Well, let me know. I'll try to come nearby. Arkansas
Yeah.
is not that far. It's probably like 2 days or something. But hey, if I'm by myself, then I can only get annoyed for myself. You know. There's several places I want to go. I mean, I've had bands on San Diego and Portland and stuff. You know, I'd love to go out there, but you just can't get everywhere. You know,
yeah.
that's why it's fun doing it over Zoom. I can talk to you guys and kind of get to know you a little bit, and then maybe one day we'll get together and we can shake hands.
Yeah. Have you ever had any bands come to you?
Like here?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, well, just local people. Yeah, I've
Oh,
had
okay.
a couple from Pittsburgh come down here. I've had a few from around the area here. You know, friends or people I haven't even met that I just meet like not on Craigslist, but like on Instagram or Facebook. You know, I'll just there's the local music groups or whatever, or people that I know from going to play open mic. I play open mic quite a bit, and
Okay.
just people that I know from that, and they will actually come to my house and sit here and do an interview with me, which is
Cool.
really
Yeah.
and, yeah. I just it's awesome. You know, it sometimes it sucks that I know several bands in London that I've talked to or in Finland. You know, I'd love to just sit and hang out with those guys, but I mean they're traveling's expensive. I hear.
Yeah.
But I do get to meet quite a few, you know, just since Pittsburgh's so close, and that's
Yeah.
that's a good network for the show. So quite a few bands from Pittsburgh. But yeah, I mean, you guys are going somewhere. Come to West Virginia if you do go anywhere. Because
Oh yeah. Revan and Eric have played Chicago. I've never
closer.
played Chicago, but yeah.
I've never been to Chicago.
Oh, okay. Is
I
Chicago? Is it far from you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what driving would be, but the airport's right next to my house, and it goes to Chicago every day. So
Yeah.
I could hit that up, you know, if I had the money for that.
Oh yeah.
But I would save to go see a Third in Delaware in Chicago from the airport here.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. Thank you so much for the support. Yeah.
And if you guys are ever close by, if you're going through Pittsburgh and you need a place to play, you know, I like I said, I got a big network in Pittsburgh of guys to support you there.
Awesome.
And a place to play and to stay and play. Would that be it? To stay and play.
Yeah.
And even here in West Virginia, there's a place downtown that called Music on Main that he's got phenomenal shows and you know, a lot of people from out of town come and play there, and the venue's amazing. We'll have to get you in there. We'll just bring you up from Dallas and place you at Music on Main.
Yeah, we
Sounds
would
good.
love to. Yeah, we would love to.
Jetpacks.
Richie, was Execution Day, were they from Pittsburgh?
Yes, Execution Day. Our last show was with Execution Day, a metalcore band from Pittsburgh. I don't know if you've
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I really love one of their songs. One of the songs they have a music video for. It's so good. I checked it out and I was like, oh, this is great. Yeah, they were cool guys. Yeah.
There's so many good. I mean, you know, it's not even like a music city like Austin. I guess would be like a music city. You know, like
Yeah.
in like Nashville or whatever. But and people don't really think of Pittsburgh as being. But Pittsburgh, I mean, it's very diverse. I mean, I've had artists, hip hop artists on the show from Pittsburgh. That was. I mean, it's not really my thing, but I try to get every style if I can, you know.
Yeah.
Like January the 3rd. January the 3rd, I have a guy coming back. I think he was on episode 12 of the show way back about 2.5 years ago. When I did this on Facebook Live, he brought his entire band with him when he had his band together. His name's Shane Masters, and he's country. And I don't listen to country, but the man is good. He's going places. He's been to Florida. You know, he's down in North Carolina for a month. You know, just touring around there, just playing wherever he can, and just doing the thing. You know, just trying to make it. And he's really good. And he'll be here January 3rd, sitting right here. He'll be sitting right here with me, and hopefully playing some new stuff. If not, playing some old stuff.
Oh
And
yeah.
January 3rd at 6 o'clock. Thursday though, I just right before I walked in here to set up, I heard back from a band called All the Pretty Things, and it's all one word. There's no spaces. There should be, Grammarly there should be, but there's not. But it's All the Pretty Things, and I believe that will be 4:00 on Thursday. Hopefully, I don't know. I haven't got the confirmation email yet, but So that's Thursday, and let's see. That's really it for schedule wise. So I'm just gonna wait. Just gotta sit in here and wait. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. It's been where'd Gama go? Did he have to poop?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. All that talk about beans and tacos, right?
Yep.
No, it's been great meeting you guys and sitting and chatting for a while. I know it's awkward, and it's always awkward for me, but
Oh, thank you for having us. Yeah.
I'm missing out on the chat. There's somebody in here named Farrell. I don't know if that has anything to do with cats, but Farrell says sausages in general were seen in ancient cultures. I don't know if anyone owns them. Thea says, so tomatoes are cool, but ketchup is too far. Rude. And then Farrell says, that's when we were talking about the song that Gamma didn't know. That Gamma didn't know. What song?
My Curse by Killswitch.
Yeah. They say, gonna listen to that song real quick. Haven't heard it in a minute.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was behind on the chat.
Great song.
Oh, and I'm in the middle of a subscription campaign, just like everybody else on YouTube. I'm not gonna say it, but hit the subscribe button, damn it. I have 293. I'm trying to get 300 by January 1st. I'm almost
Do it.
there.
Subscribe.
7.
Yeah.
7. We'll have a big party with Third and Delaware in Chicago.
Amen.
There you go.
Somewhere in Arkansas or something, or on the side of the road. I'll just meet you on the side of the road wherever you're going. I'll just meet you.
We'll do Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we'll do it in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Big
we'll
cake,
do it in Pittsburgh.
big
Yeah.
ass cake with and pot brownies or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. There's always a chance. Let's see. To end the show tonight, I have a band called Last to Fall. I've sent them the email to be on the show, and I've tagged them, and they've seen it, and this is how I got Third in Delaware. But I know I'm giving away my secrets. This is how you do it. This is how it happens. But I'd love to meet these guys. They're really good. The song's called Heaven You Made. We'll listen to that here in a second. Thank you guys again so much for being on. If you have 5 minutes, I'll talk to you a little bit once I kill the live stream here in like 2 minutes.
Sure. Yeah. And thank you so much for having us. Be sure to check out our Discord. Everything's on our link tree. It's linktr.ee/third and Delaware. And is like the word, so AND. So that's our link tree. Every link is on that. So Spotify, YouTube, more interviews of me and the band members, anything like that. This will go on the link to this will also go on the link tree. Our Spotify is on the link tree, our Discord, our YouTube. We're very active on the Discord, and we love this very brand new community that we have. And thank you everyone on the Discord. If anyone's here listening, we definitely have I have a surprise. We have a surprise to announce to our Discord. To thank you guys for for supporting us and how much we appreciate it, and to show how much we appreciate it.
Then I need to get
Yeah, I'll send you the link. Yeah,
I don't even know how that shit works. So one of you robot computer guys will have to show me how to do it.
yeah, of course. Yeah, you just got to.
The last time I was on Discord is when I used to play Xbox. I haven't played Xbox in like a year and a half. It's crazy, and it's still, but I used to play like NASCAR online, and they did join the Discord and for the league or whatever.
Uh-huh,
and I did.
yeah.
I started like chatting, and they're like, "You can't do that." I'm like,
Yeah,
some kind of thing. I wasn't supposed to chat, but like they were chatting, like the admins were chatting, but I couldn't chat. And it was like they're like yelling at me. I'm like, well, so I quit playing. I quit.
yeah. Discord is used for a multitude of things now. I actually copied an acoustic duo called This Wildlife that me and Revan and Sean all love. And they have a Discord, and their community is very active, and they have a lot of their biggest fan, like their very supportive fans are on the Discord. And I saw that, and I was like, well, we needed a way to like organize, and we're very good. This project's very good at communication. So we have on our band Discord, we have like 25 like subjects, and then like a few for the community as well. So we organize a lot of things on the band for the band and for the community on there. So it's cool to have. And I'm glad that we decided to make this to make the Discord. So
I'm gonna have to get on that and check that out.
yeah, I'll definitely I'd urge like your community or like other bands to make them as well, just for more an easy way to include everyone that's not always on like Facebook, because if it's on like
Facebook, I hate it with a passion.
If it's like Facebook or Instagram, you have to like start a group chat and then like add all the people. But then on the Discord, it just makes it really easy to share everything with the community. So I highly recommend it. And thank you guys for the people who are on our Discord here tonight.
That's all. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. It sounds a lot easier than having to go from platform to platform to platform to try to post.
Yeah.
Make it, known to people, but
That's
how it goes. That's the times we live in. I had a TikTok for about a month, and I just got sick of that crap. So I couldn't dance very good, and I couldn't lip sync at all. No, I was just posting like clips from the show. But I thought about. I mean, it wants you to like do videos, and I'm like, That's not. There is one called Clapper. You ever heard of that one? Clapper?
I have not.
Yeah. Look it up. Look it up. You don't have to have 1,000 followers to go live. Like anybody can go live. And you can get nude if you want, I didn't do that, but I've thought about it. But you can make money. Like people have like anyway. That's their thing. I don't get sponsored by that shit either. So Clapper, look it up. Clapper, the Clapper.
Sounds dirty.
Yeah, well, and so does the Wiener segment, but everybody knows that's. You guys don't have the. I wanted to say this earlier. You guys don't have the Texas. Now, how's it going? Like kind of shit. You don't have to like
yeah.
Like,
no, we don't. We do not. Yeah.
You guys have like a more of a Pittsburgh kind of.
Grow up.
It's a generic American accent.
Generic American. I like that. That'd be a good name for a song or an album. Generic American or a band. The Generic Americans.
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. First or something. I don't know. Anyway. Thank you guys so much for being on it once again. Here's Last to Fall with Heaven You Made, and I'll see you hopefully Thursday at 4 o'clock with All the Pretty Things. And here we go.
You may have thought that you were the only one who's been called upon to blame, but not just one spark could ignite such a flame. It wasn't my part that took your decay. Now you've been caught, I feel you retreating. There's no reason to feel so afraid. The sleeping, they won't feel the dream. The reaper, he won't give the pain. He'll just help you die without asking why. Take your place, crawling straight to the firing line. There's no one to call.